Okay, let me guess. You've got $50 to spare every week, right? It's probably from cutting back on eating out, skipping that coffee run, or cutting down on unnecessary subscriptions. And you're thinking, I'm not really sure what to do with this $50. Should I pay down my debt, invest it, or just throw it in a savings account? Here's the thing, that $50 a week can change your financial life if you do it the right way. But if you keep treating it like a little side project, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. And honestly, most people do it wrong. So if you're not seeing your money work for you, today's video is going to show you exactly how to turn that $50 into something way bigger than you think. Stick around, because what I'm about to show you is the smartest way to invest $50 a week. And trust me, you'll be surprised. My name is Eddie, and I spend way too much time thinking about how regular folks like you and me can build real wealth without needing a huge paycheck or years of stock market experience. If you're someone who struggles with the question, where should I put my money so it actually grows, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Look, most of us have heard the traditional advice about investing. You know the drill. Put your money in an IRA, max out that 401k, and of course, let it sit for 30 years while you wait for the magic to happen. And hey, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that advice. It's great, it's solid, but here's the problem. If you're just starting out, $50 a week isn't going to get you very far in an IRA or 401k. At least, not fast enough to see any real excitement. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, but $50 a week will add up, right? Well, yeah, in a decade or two. But what if you could make that $50 work smarter, not harder? What if you could put that same $50 into something that grows faster and does more for you over time? Well, that's what I'm here to talk about today. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Eddie, tell me what's so special about this $50? Well, first things first, $50 isn't a game changer on its own, but if you treat it like a small piece of your bigger financial puzzle, it has the potential to add up, big time. Let's break it down. The average person spends about $300 a month on non-essential stuff, eating out, grabbing coffee, Netflix subscriptions, the little things that we don't think twice about. So we're talking $50 a week, right? That's $200 a month. What if you took that $200 and put it into a specific investment that grows faster than your typical savings account or long-term retirement plan? That's where things get interesting. Here's what most people don't realize. There's a way to get that $50 to work harder than just stashing it away. It's not in the usual places, stocks, bonds, or your retirement accounts. No, it's actually in a much more unconventional investment. What I'm talking about is dollar-cost averaging in something like a diversified portfolio of low-cost index funds. But here's the catch. Low cost is key here. If you've got $50 a week, you could invest in a mix of stock and bond index funds that track the market and keep your fees low. But you've got to be smart about where that money is going. Here's an example. Let's say you're in a total market index fund, something like the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund, VTSAX. If you'd started investing just $50 a week in the VTSAX over the last 10 years, you'd have invested $26,000, just $50 a week. But here's where it gets wild. That $26,000 would have grown into about $48,000 just for market growth alone, not including dividends. That's nearly doubling your money. And it gets better. The market tends to grow over time, even with the ups and downs. So this $50 a week isn't just sitting there, it's working. And if you've been sitting on the sidelines thinking you need thousands to make it worth investing, well, you're missing out on this compounding power. Now, you might be thinking, but Eddie, $50 a week is nothing. What's the point? Look, I get it. It feels small, it feels insignificant, but the power of consistency, especially in an investment like this, is huge. This is where the psychology of money really comes into play. You've probably heard of the sunk cost fallacy, right? It's when you put time or money into something and feel like you've already invested too much to back out, even if it's not going anywhere. But here's the thing. Most people apply that same logic to saving and investing. They feel like if it's not a huge amount, why bother? So they do nothing. But you can't think about investing like that. You've got to look at the long-term benefit. That $50 a week, it's not about making a fortune tomorrow. It's about creating wealth that grows as time goes on. It's like planting a tree. It's small at first, but with the right care, it becomes something bigger than you can imagine. All right, so here's what you need to do today. First, set up an account with a low-fee brokerage or app that allows you to invest in index funds. If you don't know where to start, something like Fidelity or Vanguard is a good option. It's low cost and they've got good options for beginner investors. Second, automate your investment. You've got $50 a week? Set it up so it goes directly into that account. Don't even think about it. Third, diversify. Don't just put everything in one stock. Spread it out across index funds and ETFs and stick with that strategy for the long run. This isn't about gambling or trying to pick the next hot stock. This is about building something sustainable, something that you can be proud of. $50 a week isn't just a small amount of money, it's a choice. It's a choice to start today rather than putting it off till tomorrow. And now that you know how powerful $50 a week can be, what's stopping you from getting started? Remember, it's not the amount you start with that matters, it's the fact that you're starting at all. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and start investing that $50 a week because that's how you start making money work for you. Hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up if you found this helpful, and leave a comment letting me know how you plan to invest. I'll see you in the next one.